Jawaharlal Nehru's constituency, Phulpur, has seen such dusty touchdowns in the past. The Power Minister arriving with an unusual pitch. The Prime Minister's new scheme, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, named after RSS ideologue, has replaced the UPA's Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana. In power-starved Uttar Pradesh, the scheme is kicked off. The centre has pledged bringing power to every village, but the last mile delivery is the responsibility of the state government.
पहले 2009 में का बिजली मिलेगी, 9 में नहीं मिली, फिर का 2012 तक पावर फॉर ऑल होगा, वो भी नहीं हो पाया। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सबको 2022 तक बिजली देने का वादा किया था, लेकिन जिस तेजी से विकास हो रहा है विद्युतीकरण में, मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि हर घर तक हम 2019 तक बिजली पहुंचा देंगे।
Prime Minister Modi wants a political game changer. Every Indian village electrified by 2019. The effort is to deliver it earlier.
Completion of electrical.
And that is why apps loaded on his smartphone monitoring real-time data on what's being done, what is in the works and what is pending.
Village is ticking separately, milestone is ticking separately. So 41% work is done, even though 37% villages are done.
Piyush Goyal, the Power Minister, has hit the dusty trail politicians walk only during campaign time. How much people are we talking about in terms of sheer numbers who are unelectrified?
Well, in the country there would be probably 300 million people, 30 crore people who were unelectrified in 2014.
And these might be the poorest.
In the last 2 years we've been able to take electricity to many homes. My own sense is there would be about 5 crore households now who still don't get electricity, particularly in rural areas, because over the years rural electrification meant taking power to the village but not to every home. We are now taking power to every village, and we've done 7,000 villages in the last 1 year alone. We'll probably finish the 18,452 balanced villages by March of next year, May of next year, 1 year ahead of schedule. But going forward, our effort is that parallelly we take the power to every home and allow those people who are not able to afford the amount of money required to either pay over a longer period of time. Of course, for the poor, we will make sure power is.
But don't you think, Piyush, that electricity is one thing which actually creates two Indias? One India which is empowered, electrified, which can think about a future development, studied education, children, better facilities at home, and one India without electricity which is left behind. Who do you blame for it? 68 years.
Well, I blame consecutive and successive governments, particularly led by one family, who probably believed that keeping the people deprived of these basic amenities is good for their politics.
The Power Minister is in 100 meters dash mode. But 68 years after independence, the fact that rural electrification remains an enormous task is a shocking fact. India has 6.3 lakh villages. 2 years ago, Centre identified unelectrified villages. But each electrified village has at least 2 unelectrified satellite settlements.
We are now taking power to the villages, which is of course the first priority, and I was not looking at the phone for anything other than to find out my morning feedback on what is the latest scorecard on village electrification. And I'm delighted to share with your viewers 6,874. So I think the day's figure today will increase to over 6,900.
Now this is another thing which we like to talk about. You got a new app designed by your Rural Electrification Corporation, which is the Prime Minister's, one of those favorite things Prime Minister is looking at. I think he himself monitors it very regularly. And in a conversation with members of Parliament from UP, he actually talked about that how everybody should have it and should monitor what kind of progress it is happening. We are talking about 18,452 villages unelectrified, which are census villages. But beyond that, you are recording good progress, you are bringing in parameters each day. But beyond that, each number of census village, there might be 2 Majras and Tolas and satellite settlements. the task ahead might be actually you might be staring at a possibility of lakhs and lakhs villages across the country who are yet to be touched.
Absolutely right, you're spot on. And that's what we are going to do. The fact that we brought out this app is not only to give a number of how many villages. Now we are taking this app to the next level, where through GIS mapping, we'll be able to spot every location in the country where there is habitation. And we are finally going to integrate Google Earth on this app so that the people of India, including journalists, can keep monitoring our work.
From Dahi Numaya, the minister's next pit stop is Dahiawa in Phulpur. As the minister addresses another public meeting promising power to villagers of this one-time high-profile constituency where generations have waited to light a lamp in their house, Sakina flies a homemade kite. Her father waits for power to flow from a pole 10 feet away from his house. While in another nearby village, an old man wonders, will he get to light a lamp in his house in this lifetime? कितना टाइम पहले लगा ये?
अरे कम से कम 2-3 साल का 5 साल उनकी सरकार में लगा था ये
मायावती जी की सरकार में लगा।
हाँ,
ये खंबा लग गया था।
हाँ।
है? तो इससे आपने कनेक्शन नहीं लिया?
नहीं, हम अपना चिराग जलाते हैं, बत्ती जलाते हैं।
हमें तो आशा नहीं है जब तक खंभे ना आए और गड़े ना बिजली ना आए।
At the rally, we meet Radheshyam Sharma, who takes us to a spot 200 meters from the public meeting. Unelectrified, no immediate relief in sight. शर्मा जी, क्या हाल है? ये ऊर्जा मंत्री आए हैं दिल्ली से और दीनदयाल ग्राम ज्योति योजना लेकर के आए हैं। तो ये दहियावा इलाके में बिजली का क्या हाल है?
अब दहियावा इलाके में हाल ये है जी कि बिजली आए हुए तो 50 साल हो गए, लेकिन बाजार में तो ठीक है बिजली थी और बिजली आई ही थी, लेकिन जो हमारा दहियावा मौजा है ये बड़ा मौजा है। यहाँ पर जो छोटे छोटे मजरे हैं वो भी दहियावा में ही हैं। तो क्या हुआ कि लोग सिर्फ दहियावा तक आते हैं, जो भी आए, जो मंत्री आए, यहाँ पर तो इंदिरा जी भी वगैरह आए हैं।
बिजली कब से आई और अभी क्या हाल है?
अभी तो बिजली की ये कंडीशन है कि बगल का मजरा आपके सामने है, देख लीजिए, यहाँ पर आज भी बिजली नहीं है। ये उस बगल वाले में भी वहाँ पर बिजली खंभे नहीं है। कुछ लोग यूं ही अपना वो बांस बल्ली ले जाकर के शायद ले गए हैं 2-4 घर इधर से, ये कंडीशन है।
ये खंभा कैसे गिरा पड़ा है?
ये खंभा अभी आज 2 दिन से जहाँ जहाँ लाइन नहीं पहुँची है या टूट गया है खंभा, उसके लिए गिर रहा है। मंत्री जी आने की वजह से गिर रहा है। क्या हो रहा है अब उसको तो विभाग ही जाने जो है, लेकिन
यानी अभी हाल में गिरा है?
बस कल परसों में 2 दिन।
Over the last 40 years, government at the central and state level have pursued rural electrification as a serious government business. Crores and crores have been spent, but still majority of rural India is living in partial or complete darkness. Why has that happened? Not just because governments did not carry out electrification of villages, but also because of the criteria for electrification. How was a village declared as electrified? If an electricity pole like this reached the outskirts of a village and one government building, a school or a panchayat ghar got connected, it was considered electrified. If a 11 kV transformer reached the village, it was considered electrified. If just 10% people in a village got electric connections, then rest of the 90% had to consider themselves electrified. The centre's new policy changes this definition. Satellite settlements are being electrified. Small settlements of even 50 families will get power. The monitoring mechanism has engineers armed with tablets and members of parliament with smartphones nudged by the Prime Minister to use the rural electrification app.
महाराज जी, आपने वो ऐप डाउनलोड किया कि नहीं? 90 मीटर ऐप माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी को? हाँ,
अब कर लिया कि नहीं?
अरे पहले
डांट के बाद किया कि
डांट से पहले? मैं तो बहुत पहले वाला हूँ।
For an on-the-spot assessment, the minister takes a break at a dhaba. Soon, a Chai Par Charcha starts on how UP's 80 MPs have 1 crore households or 5 crore people tagged without electricity.
I think all politicians across the country have realized the fact that the people today are unforgiving. Any state which doesn't perform, the people throw them out. A very good idea came up, and which is the advantage of going into the interiors of the country. All over the districts near Allahabad yesterday that I visited, I found the pain in the people extremely distressing. And yesterday I took a decision that I will attach electricity supporter or an electricity employee who would be a support to each member of parliament in the work in his constituency, so that he becomes a bridge. This Urja Mitra will be attached to each member of parliament.
This is apart from the 400 Abhiyantas
Gramin Vidyutikaran Abhiyantas
who are moving on with apps and new technology to find out for you what is needed
well,
where.
we started the next level of engagement of these GVAs to make, now they've been working on taking power to the villages. Now we are training them for the next level, which will be taking power to each home.
The feedback from the location is grim. Technically, villages get electrified, but practically, in daily life, get little or no power. The Power Minister heads towards an under construction 1320 megawatt power plant at Meja. As workers rush for selfies with him, he does a quick stock taking.
Sir has given us a target of December.
Atal Bihari Vajpayee's birthday is there on 25th December. I want to try and start this on 25th December.
But have you started monitoring this also, that how fast the projects come up? You know, the speed monitoring.
You know, in the earlier days, when projects were awarded, the penalties were not very strict. So even if there was a delay, the contractors never had a problem. This plant also, there was a huge delay by the contractors. So now we are trying to bring in very strict accountability by contractors. If there's any delay, we will make it miserable for those contractors.
UP is power deficient, at times 40% short of its daily peak demand of over 15,000 megawatt. Power for rural consumers is low on priority, as this section needs subsidies, and lack of electrification was one alibi for keeping them in the darkness. It is here the politics of power starts showing. Centre is creating power infrastructure to reach villages. Last mile responsibility of making power flow to homes rests with the state government.
After all, taking power to each home is the state government's responsibility. I can jolly well shirk it away.
How good it is.
Rahul, I can shirk it away saying it's not my job, it's the state government's job. But I'm not doing that. You've never heard me complain. I believe that I will keep monitoring their work, I'll hold them accountable, I'll support them whenever they require.
You have taken electricity to the doors of the villages. Now, next big task, a large number of people now getting included into the list of electrified. Where do you get the power for that?
There's sufficient power in this country.
For all of them?
Absolutely.
For 30 crore more people?
I can assure you that even today, given the amount of coal we have been able to produce with the restarting of the gas plants, the huge amount of thrust on renewable energy, and all the stranded stress plants which we are getting back into operation, with all of this, the generating capacity of India today is enough to increase the generation by 50% more.
A deadline means the clock is ticking for the Power Minister. He has to ensure wider electrification, better generation, and efficient, financially viable distribution. How they use up the electricity is a crucial element. Efficient equipment for electric consumption. LED bulbs, huge success story, 310 rupees to 64 rupees. Other equipments, there are a tremendous number of them. Where does efficiency come in say, air conditioners, fans and other things?
Well, as I mentioned about fans, there's huge potential to at least halve the electricity consumption. In air conditioners, unfortunately over the years, the number of air conditioners have come out in the market which are not star rated, 4-star, 5-star, and they're assembled or very often used very substandard equipment. So we have now started the process, and all air conditioners go through rigorous testing. We have an app which gives out the particular makes which have been approved as 4-star, 5-star. We like to encourage people to buy that, and they pay back very quickly. In less than 2 years, your air conditioner becomes free. compared to a poor quality air conditioner.
No, but is there going to be some crackdown on these poor quality air conditioners? That
Well, there is a
really
right to manufacture which I cannot take away from anybody. But what I will do instead is I will provide these air conditioners in the days to come at concessional prices through bulk procurement, just like LEDs.
Similarly like fans also,
like
because that will be a
fans.
huge help to rural
Fans we
India.
are already started, 1 lakh have been procured. That we shall be launching.
Is there a
out first.
criteria that poor, BPL and others, or those who are really needy?
We have
will get
yet
it?
to work out how we'll be rolling it out, but you will be hearing more about it very
One
soon.
question which I have about the...
By the way, the LED figure right now is 8 crore 16 lakh
how much have we saved on that?
79,591.
How much electricity have we saved on that?
Sure, I'll be happy to share that because this website gives it all. So this app alone tells you that so far these 8 crore 16 lakh bulbs have saved every day 2 crore 90 lakh 61,598 units of electricity every day. So 290 into 365 days, you're looking at 1,000 crore units of electricity
Saved
already
and
being saved.
Already being saved.
By the time I finish my program, it will be 10,000 crore units of electricity being saved. The power bills of consumers come down by about 11 crore 62 lakh 49,000 rupees every day because of this. Urja Utsav is just what we found is my GVAs. When the electrification of any village used to take place, we actually had instances where unki aarti nikali jati thi. You know, the local villagers would do aarti on them.
That was the sense of
It was
disbelief that there is something
you can't
they
even
want to get.
imagine the joy on the faces of an old man who sees electricity coming into his house, 70, 80 years
After
old,
independence.
who's never seen electricity. In fact, it was so embarrassing that some old people wanted to touch the feet of us youngsters for getting electricity. It was truly heart-rendering to see that those videos.
But
when Prime Minister saw those videos, he felt this is truly like a festival. What is a festival?
But that means the Prime Minister realizes this is a game changer.
No, this only
Rural
means that Prime
electrification is a
Minister's
game
heart.
changer.
Well, that is the NDTV spin, Rahul. India is now at the cusp of, to my mind, an absolute transformation, not only in the power sector but in the working of India.
Thank you very much for speaking
Thank
to
you.
us. Piyush
Bye.
Goyal, we wish you luck.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chennai.